Yes, this data. Previously. Team reunited with NAVDA. Reunited with an airship. Now take to the skies. So at this point, the world of Ruin as a whole kinda drastically opens up. There is a wide variety of things we could be doing right now with access to the fountain. Kind of a vague idea of a sequence you can follow, but there is almost zero enforcement of it. Outside of a couple of side quests that want you to do another one before moving on to a second one, ones that are kind of organized in chains. Everything else is just kind of out there, waiting to go. Zozo. It's still Zozo. Really like that seamless transition from airship to overworld, that it's just one unified theme that they leave playing now. That's a 2-for-1 quest hint. You have a crystal helm. Oh yes, much of the gear here very expensive, but that is also because all the purchasable gear here is endgame quality in terms of the raw stats that it has on it. Pretty well each thing that we buy is going to be staying with us until such time as like a particular dungeon item stands out as being more useful. Oh, hey, you're just a grab bag of information. Wonderful. Okay, just in particular, she's there to tell you where some locations have wound up. Yes, in addition to being cut up and put back together, many things just sort of slid around a little bit. Everything is kind of in the same relative position that it used to be, but Yoma has a nice island now. Good job, Doma. Some heavy stuff from this waitress. Oh yes, the last hook that we were handed directly from completing our last quest was... that, after taking off, we noticed some birds meandering around. Birds which are now here, at this house. Fascinating. Good stuff out for sale. We'll be able to afford it soon. A little bit at a time. There's someone in Zozo who is both truthful and helpful. No one there but Det and children. Det. Oh, time to follow the mail. Bird. Oh, putting all that information together. The mail is coming from Zozo. Appropriate for mail containing lies. Follow the landscape here, because it looked like there was a... yes. Right, the Opera House survived. It's still here. Underneath us now, there's Jidor. It's Zozo. Just go ahead and remind myself, whale, Bungle being learned. Welcome.
Hello. I hang out while I'm doing stuff in the background. I see that we have the Viola Chocobo.
Yep, and Zone Seek for raw magic power. Good. Into Zozo. Just to confirm, Bird is S. To double up, over there is where mail comes from.
You're entering post-ruin Zozo. Nice.
No one noticed the difference.
It's pretty much the same. Straight up to fighting giants from hell.
Always bet on NAFTA. Nope, that one's dead.
Like Gablodagak again. Hey,
Hey,
I
are
remember
these
those
ones
guys.
just straight up the same enemies that used to be here?
Yeah, I think until you actually get into, you know,
Yeah, the
mountain.
dungeon will have the new stuff.
Yeah, everything else is actually the same in Zozo, because Zozo is basically
Nothing has
completely
changed.
unchanged.
Zozo was already a post-apocalyptic wasteland.
It was already a pile of shit, so going to the, World of Ruin didn't do anything to it.
If anything, the destruction of the world made Zozo better by comparison. Property values are up.
Only slightly, but they're still up.
Just a little bit.
I love Zozo
Are you?
Slime Shuffle.
Ah, Mount Zozo.
Turns out Zozo is right next to a mountain.
Alright then. That is where we're going. Having purchased some rust remover.
I think I remember something that if you just have Sabin with you, you actually don't have to buy that or something. Because Sabin is strong enough, he just opens up the door himself. That
Gotcha,
might be
rust
my
right here.
not remembering things right though. Oh, they're not finding anything about that, so that might be just,
Perhaps you
misremembering.
just completely fabricated information.
Yeah,
The
it's also
damned human
possible.
brain. And just right behind this building, mountain.
Yep.
Just sort of wrapped the building around the mountain. It's a load-bearing mountain. We were just robbed by a bear.
Oh, is this what? Yeah!
Crime bear!
The crime bears, they're the best. They steal so much money!
What are you even gonna do with this money, bear?
I'm gonna use it to buy soup! Hey, you got triple... You got box guys.
Big money. Big prices. Mount Zozo.
I think there's a max number that they can steal from you, and it's something like 13,641 or something that's like that.
8K just went there.
Yeah, it depends on how much money you have on you.
Must be absolutely sure to murder the bear.
The bear is trash. He's stealing so much fucking cash!
What makes a bear turn to crime?
Well, living in Zozo.
Yes. This is what happens
He's a product
when
of
you
his
feed the
environment.
bears. They lose their fear of humans, and then they start raiding your bank accounts, taking your credit card information.
He's a product of his environment, and bears are very, very impressionable.
Yes.
On the side of nature versus nurture, they are very, very nurture.
Mm.
$13,481, I think that's the max.
It is so weird to play this game and have FEMA carry a shield. Also to have shields do anything, because hey, patch. Red cap. Force. Wizardry. Kato's been holding back. I even have that blitz yet. I guess I'll have a chance to check the menu. You did get a bunch of levels off camera, as in, like, with the world transition, so maybe he picked it up. Nope, not yet. There's 2 more that you can get all of them by leveling, but there's also 1 you get by completing a side quest, regardless of your level.
Yep. I actually think if you get that one, it unlocks all of them, too.
Maybe.
Yeah, if you don't do that side quest, you have to wait until level 80 to get all of them.
Which is well above and beyond what anyone will ever bother. Boras! Hello. Do I have any source of blink?
The level curve in this game is not very high, because you can beat this game at level 1 relatively easily.
I got safe. I have Vanish. I might bet on... well, that's only 1 person at a time. Can I multi-save? No. That's multi-shell. Try for a demi? Oh. Could multi-float, because this guy probably has Quake. Even if he doesn't, I know there are other things that do.
Oh.
While I am aware of the power of combining Vanish with Instant Death, I would rather not lean on it, because it is in fact a bug, rather than an intended feature. So for the hypothetical viewer who is not in the know, there is an exploit that exists within Final Fantasy VI, as it was originally released, where, because of the properties of Vanish, of making you perfect dodge physicals, but be incapable of dodging magic, that auto hit for spells overrides immunities to instant death.
Yep.
So you can use that to speed murder a whole bunch of things that you wouldn't be able to.
In fact, it works on literally every enemy in this game, so...
Everything that can be made invisible can then be instant killed.
And I don't know
Doom,
if there's
X-Zone, or the other spells of that family.
I don't think there's anything that you can't vanish.
Because hey, it's a buff. They never hand out immunity to buffs. One of the notable things that you would do with it is, in Tangier back in World 1, since he starts invisible, you could just walk into the fight, immediately drop Doom on him, get 10 magic points. Best way to learn shitloads of spells.
And I think that also bypasses his death script to cast Meteor, too. So
Quite possible.
It basically is just a completely safe way of doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Because the point behind Intangier is that you're supposed to, fight him to get tons of AP and everything, but one, he is the strongest enemy in the World of Balance aside from, the Atma weapon.
Yeah, he's
and then
the bonus boss of World 1.
Yeah. And then 2, when he dies, he casts Meteor, and this is before he can get, Raise 3. And hey, Turns out it's really hard to survive Meteor.
Intensely so. Whoa, hey, hello, good friend. Welcome to the team, Aegis Shield.
Oh, the Aegis Shield in this game is nuts.
Look at that, 79% magic evade.
Yep. Which means it's 79% evade of anything.
Well, in regular, we have patched it so regular evade is proper.
Oh, you've actually made evade work?
Yep, this is patched to have regular evade exist. Red cap, that seems like more of a... Slightly better than Crown in terms of attribute boosts. Slightly worse in terms of raw defense.
It's kind of funny how good shields actually are in this game. Actually work.
Yeah, let's pass it off to you, maybe? No, actually, you're not allowed to? Or, there we go. 5 points worse defense and some stat boots. Good trade. You're sticking with wizard hats because you want as much raw magic power as possible. But yeah, Aegis. Look at that, 70% wizard dodge. And a gold hairpin. That's quite possibly worth substituting an earring for.
Gold hairpin is real good. Gold hairpin makes spells cost half, right?
Half cost.
Yeah, I think that's stronger than the 50% off of the earring. Like, they have roughly the same effect, but...
Well, the earring is damage boost instead.
Right,
Earring
okay,
is spell
I think
harder.
Yeah. I'd say it's worth doing, because...
On the other hand, it could be put to better use, just economizing somewhere else.
Oh, the economizer is a different item entirely.
The economy, you fools.
Magic is the economy, you see. That's why Terra is dead. She's half magic, so of course she is, you know...
Half financial instrument.
Yeah. She is inherently financially damaging because she is made of magic.
Wary of that, spot play. Oh, right, button, we'll do that. And save point, so all is well on that front. Because this dungeon will also be a chance to show off one of the other large side quests that exists here in this world. This is where we will meet our first of the legendary dragons.
Typically the first, and also probably the hardest.
Yes. They are largely embedded in the dungeons you'll be doing anyway for all the other side quests.
Yep.
And then a few are just sitting off to the side in their own places.
They're just optional bosses that if you kill all of them, you get
optional large bosses, collect them all, win a prize.
Yep.
That's actually Grime Bear, can't risk. Need to reclaim what is mine.
I think it actually is the 8,724 is the max that they can steal, and I was misremembering. Because I misremember a lot about this game, apparently. Ooh, snake eyes. Did that patch also fix a couple of, like, weird niggling points, like how Suplex would get its damage split if you had multiple enemies on screen?
Nope, purely the evade fix.
Alright. So here's our buddy right here.
Yeah, there we go. Here's one of the legendary dragons.
Mm-hmm.
You just spin it around. If you want to fight him, get in his way.
You can avoid...
Storm Dragon!
You can avoid releasing him entirely if you want.
Yep, he is purely optional.
And here's the weird thing. Like I said, this is probably the hardest one purely because I think he has the most health. And or if not the most health, or he also just, you know, has a lot of hit everyone attacks. It's got at least 2, I think.
You know life. That is done. Multi-Cure 2, summon Zone Seek for the multi-shell. Get some defenses up. We're getting wrecked. Storm Dragon! Naturally, him being optional also means that he will be here to fight later if you decide to complete the dungeon normally. You can come back with a better suited team.
Yep.
What a guy.
Storm Dragon is pretty nasty.
Storm Dragon will ruin your day. Count to Mount Zozo within the next 1,000 years if you want to get Storm Dragon. Yeah, let's not Storm Dragon now. We'll Storm Dragon later. Anytime you want to get your face wrecked, push that button.
Storm Dragon, in fact, has the most health out of all of them, by far, for some reason.
The third strongest dragon.
It's like there's only a couple that are actually hard, and the rest are really easy. But it's just kind of funny, the first one.
Is that gonna be the good one or the terrible one?
I think that's the terrible one.
Nope, this is the good one. This one's fine. The next one that he will learn is the suicide to kill someone else blitz.
Yeah, okay. I thought they were split up, you know. I thought they were in the other order.
3/4 circle. Air Elemental, multi-target attack.
Mm-hmm.
The dread destructive power of Kung Fu.
Yep.
The dread destructive power of gambling.
Dang. Now you'd think that since most of Saban's blitzes actually work off of his magic, that'd be kind of a downside, but their like base multipliers are so high anyway, they always do good damage.
They're calibrated for how huge he already is.
Yep.
Here we are. Flowers. Flowers. Postage. Getting ready to cut this bird in half.
Never noticed that background was just flipped.
That background's amazing and also symmetrical. It's mirrored.
Yeah.
But yes. Look at the mountains. Look at them perfectly symmetrical mountains.
I mean, I really like the effect of, you know, the simple shadows versus bright white and everything. It looks really nice, but also it's just the same thing, texture, but flipped.
Sorry, but Nato's been reading your mail.
Makes sense.
Gotta hide all the poetry. Can't look like a romantic in front of all the friends.
Gotta hide my talent at making silk flowers.
None can know my mastery of flower arranging. My dark secret. His swordsmanship was actually his second most notable skill. The highest title that he held in Doma was Royal Interior Decorator. Yep, there you go. Another free handout for bot coupons. This box remains sealed, and I don't remember how you get it open.
I think you walk outside.
There we
There's
go.
a
Yes,
spark
the
yeah.
key is just sitting right there. Good. What's in the box? Of secrets.
Old man is mechanically challenges trying to learn how to use his cool new cell phone to look hip and cool.
Must achieve mastery of all of his apps.
Even though Cyan is probably the worst character in the game, I still like to use him. Because I like Cyan.
Also a fun character, if not a
Yeah.
useful character.
Yeah, he's fun. He's just not particularly useful. But also, this is Final Fantasy VI, where the game's not particularly hard, so if you want, you can use whoever you want.
There we go, we've collected him. We will have to challenge Storm Dragon another day. He's far too mighty. Maybe once we have a full set of World of Ruin gear for whichever team that we want to throw at him.
Mount Zozo is pretty brief, so coming back here isn't very hard.
Yeah, this is not a large dungeon.
Especially after you get, like, the Moogle Charm or something, and then you don't have to worry about this at all. I just realized I've been talking about things I probably shouldn't be, because we're not there yet. Help.
Bear!
Oh, the bear got away? Nice.
Damned crime bear!
Crime Bear. Look, if crime pays that well, can you really blame him?
We live in a world of crime. And you do make shitloads of money off World of Ruin fights anyway. Next time, Storm Dragon. The dungeon's not long, and you have the convenience of the save point being right next to the dragon button. we will return another day to face the storm. For us, my friend. Many offensive and defensive tools await us that could increase our survivability against Storm Dragon. Perhaps first we start by fighting smaller dragons to build up a resistance.
As you defeat smaller dragons, you will eventually you'll be able to be exposed to dragons of all kinds and be completely fine. You know, it will suck for a little while, but once you get over that hump, you know, the dragon hump, you'll be alright. You might even learn to like dragons. Who knows?
No, I do not. Another Boris. I will fight you while walking away. Let that be a warning to you. Boris will not be ignored. Preemptively abscond. And there we are, back in Zozo.
This game doesn't have an escape, right? Spell.
Well, I actually managed to hit something on the slot machine.
Hey, nice.
Slot machine attacks are adequate. It's just the problem of they come down to either pay enough attention to play a slot machine, but then there's also like a hard RNG element to it where certain seeds will allow or prevent you from spinning things on the slot machine. To the point where people conducting deep wizardry can manipulate the slot machine to allow or practically guarantee the stronger slot machine effects. But for most general purposes, slots aren't very worth it.
Yep. If you are capable of deep wizardry, the Joker Doom setup where you can, because Joker Doom is a spell that is an attack that hits everyone, including your own dudes, and kills everything, and this is an instant death that bypasses instant death immunity. Which means it works on everything in the game as well. If you're capable of, pulling off the Joker Doom, then you can kill anything in the game, trivially.
The power of gambling.
Yeah. Of course, it'll kill all of your dudes too, so if you don't have any measures to prevent that...
You need a counter to that before you engage in such shenanigans. So there's...
And it turns out that's really easy to do, so...
There's Zozo completed for now, and party member recruited. And a whole world waiting to be explored.